It's the last video of 2025. We will go into 2026 with goals, aspirations, and missions to make our lives better. But for one last time this year, let's go out the same way we came in. Very, and I do mean very stupid, because not too long ago, we talked about a TikToker who decided it would be in her best interest to drive and live stream at the same time. And in a time where being a streamer and being an IRL streamer and live streaming yourself driving is the dumbest thing you could possibly do, because every single time it ends up being bad, this woman runs over a man and kills him. And as of recently, she's been arrested. She has been released. She's going through the legal process. She's due back in court in January, which is all common, normal things. But when we start getting reactions, there's one that interests me the most.
I don't think that they're going to throw the book at her. I think what our detectives here is going to do is going to look at how this could have been avoided on both ends, right? It's dark outside. Sheridan Road is one of the busiest streets in Zion. So Mr. Lucas crossed into the street, or he was crossing the street, not at an intersection, but just in the middle of a busy street. So that could have been avoided. Tanisha was on TikTok live. That could have been avoided. So what I ask myself, right, if I'm a detective, is, did Darren not see her headlights? And did Tanisha not see Darren? It's like, yes, she was distracted, and maybe he wasn't paying attention either. It's like, this was completely avoidable on both ends, in my opinion. And I think that the detectives will look at this, and I'm not victim blaming at all. I'm just looking at it from the mind of a detective, right? They have to do their due diligence. They have to look at it all the way around. I personally think that she's going to be charged with vehicular manslaughter and also child endangerment. But I'm not a detective. I don't know. I don't think that this was not intentional on either one of their ends. It's called an accident for a reason. And just like that, she's home. Look at God. And this is why I never, ever judge people. I never, ever count anyone out. And so I did this video here, and you can look at this comment. I did a video and I said, they will not throw the book at tea time, right, at Tanisha. And you guys, your comments were so bad I had to turn my comments off. But I'm turned them back on, deleted comments, whatever. But listen, we are in a county. We are not like Cook County, where in Cook County, they use social media to arrest you, to hold you and things like that. It's not like that. Our county here in Lake County, they do things by the book. They're going to do it the right way the majority of the time, or from what I know, they do it the right way, right? Because when they arrest someone, they don't want to have to deal with any lawsuits or anything like that. So they do it the right way, is what I'm trying to say. And she has no violent background or anything like that. So why would they hold her? You know what I'm saying? So tea time is home. She's fighting her case from home. I'm so happy for her, you guys. I had even wrote her when I heard she was arrested. I wrote her on the app that we have, and I was ready to put money on her books, help her, whatever she needed, I was going to be there for her. When you guys are so against someone you don't know, it fuels people like me that's in the background that wants to help them even more, that wants to see them come out of this even more. Like, you'll be okay. You will be okay. Stop preying on people's downfall. I'm so happy for Tanisha, and y'all know who next.
I understand looking at things in a way that are supposed to garner a little bit of sympathy and thinking about things in the wider scale and start talking about the process, because it's normal when we have these people who do something and we go through the process and we must look at everything in full detail. I've never really been one to have a problem with that, and I'm glad that my seed is being inseminated into more people so that they can look at the full scope instead of just something that tugs at their heartstrings and emotions. However, The thing about the seed of the lling pill is that you cannot use this line of thinking only when you want to. It must be all the time. The power of the seed inseminated into your mind by me is vast, and it's all-knowing, and it's meant for every process, not just one where you see somebody getting scrutinized rightfully and then you decide every layer of context is needed. Because this woman, in case you didn't fucking get it from the video you saw only a few short minutes previous, was driving and live streaming and ran over and killed a man.
I don't know, it was weird, like, so, fuck!
Not to mention also endangering the people in the car with her, who I believe were her grandchildren or nieces, nephews, whatever. The fact that there were children in the car puts them in danger too. And when we start talking about how this woman doesn't really have any past that warrants any scrutiny, this woman got DUI charges. This woman was driving with a suspended license at one point in her life. This woman is a fucking idiot. So when we sit here talking about what's the proper way to look at things and how we should talk about them, this woman is a more fucking Ron. You could talk about motherfuckers not looking from left to right as they cross the street, and maybe that could work out for you. But when you are the person who is in more of a position to kill somebody, you will be held to the higher layer of scrutiny because you, for some reason, feel like I've said this a few times, why not say it again? We're driving and live streaming. We've all seen the click it before you ticket ads. We've all seen the texting while driving ads where they're driving and they look at their phone and then, they do this and then they crash, killing a bunch of people, if not themselves. We've seen it all. So can you imagine that amplified times 10 with a live stream where the woman is looking at the phone? She's sitting there paying more attention to the phone than, I don't know, looking at the road, looking at the wheel, making sure that she's got her hands attended to. These are all viable things that would mean way more in the conversation in how one is operating in making sure that they get from point A to point B safely, and she didn't do that and killed a man. I understand the attempt at remaining neutral and trying to create a conversation around nuance and understanding of rules and regulations upon safety in interacting in life outside and also behind a wheel. But when we put these two things on a scale, we have a man who was probably based on nothing, because we've had not gone through this process at all and we're taking it from word of mouth from the police and from a live stream, who's leaving somewhere or walking in a public space and not looking left to right and just walking freely out into the street and getting run over and killed, compared to the person behind the wheel live streaming, not following rules and regulations of the road, killing somebody. I know which one of these is more important, and it's the stupid bitch who decided it was more lucrative to be on TikTok Live than it was to have her hands at 10 and 2. And when we figure this all out, yes, she deserves punishment. She deserves to be in jail. She deserves not to have a license. And I am so fucking glad we are reaching a point where the stupidity online is being checked more and more and more. And I just have to say, I'll take full credit for it, because the lling pill is vast. It is never changing. And it will be inside all of you, no matter if you like it or not. And I would just like to say, to wrap this up, I'm very proud of all of you. This is completely separate from the topic of the video. I'm proud of all of you. You made it to the end of the year. You're going into 2026 with all your goals and your aspirations, a little bit of milestones you want to achieve, and from one plucky individual who has a little optimism to another, I hope you achieve everything you set out for yourself in 2026. I have it in my mind to inseminate the world with a lot of consensual seed and getting you all to ingest the lling pill, because it's going worldwide in 2026. I have the plans, I have the structure, I have the intrigue to make it happen, and it will happen. And when we reach this point next year, we will all recognize the lling pill as the greatest pill known to man. But be safe, be structured, achieve what you want to achieve, and remember that the doctor, professor, philanthropist, gynecologist, veterinarian, cafeteria lady with the big double D Titties that serves you that slop on Mondays, professional dog walker, Burger King, onion ring connoisseur, McDonald's protester, dildo expertise, clit finder, San Francisco 49er cheerleader, diehard Saints hater, diehard Denver Broncos fan. We're getting eliminated in the first round. The first black transphobic wizard in the Hogwarts universe, according to Twitter, will always be here to check the stupid shit he sees online. Rain, snow, sleet, or shine. Subscribe to the channel. I shall see you all next year. Mwah! Bye-bye.